about you niggas spoiling movies. Yeah. Brandon Collins,
That's me.
and Justin Brown for your movie needs. Media popcorn.
Woo!
You haven't seen it, well, we're gonna spoil it.
Spoil it in your face.
That's your warning. So if you get pissed, it's all your fault. Woo-hoo. Woo-hoo. Hey, folks, it's your host, Brandon Collins.
Guys, and it's Justin Brown.
And we're here with another edition of Medium Popcorn Niggas Spoiling Movies.
Oh, yeah, we are.
Yeah. And it's been a long time coming for this one.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Been a long time coming, but I know child play is coming. Oh, yes, he will. Sorry, I just had to get that out.
Everyone kept asking me, because when I talked about that, I saw this movie,
Mm-hmm.
they're like, oh, is it a sequel or is it a reboot?
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's a reboot per everything else that's happening lately.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, and it's a really different take on Chucky.
It really is.
Because the original, which we've done, in previous movie podcasts, and I believe this is going to be the first of our Halloween month, which is always very exciting here per year at Media Popcorn. But in that one, it's a fucking serial killer who uses the art and
who uses like some
voodoo,
magic,
voodoo,
Yeah.
to get inside a child toy while he's dying, and puts a spirit into that. This is just
and then he's going to use that same voodoo
to try to take over a child's
to
body.
take over a child. So then he's basically immortality.
Yeah. And you mean immortal?
Huh?
He's immortality?
No. For immortality.
Yes.
Because he gets that child, and then he gets older,
I'm
and
just
he does
fucking
it
with you,
again.
man.
I know. I'm just saying.
So in this movie, they're saying, hey, we have these buddy dolls that are like AI robots.
Yes.
Essentially like that little nigga from AI, Haley Joel Osment,
Mm-hmm.
but like a little creepy ass Teddy person.
Yep.
Because it's a creepy ass doll.
Yes, it is.
It's creepier than the original.
Who would make a doll that would look like this?
It
Who would
looks-
make a child's toy that
It
would
looks
look like
it was
this?
created by the creators of South Park. Like they were just like, oh yeah, we'll show you a design for a fucking robot kid. That shit was creepy. Anyways, these things are created in a Asian country,
Yeah.
and this dude is fired because he's being his director says
Because he
he's-
was daydreaming at his
he was
fucking-
daydreaming, and so he goes into the computers, starts coding, and takes up all the restrictions on the doll.
Yeah, all the security
Like
protocol.
safety, language, all that stuff. And I'm like, why would that be in there in the first place? Like, because you would have to record vulgar language then, right?
Yeah.
Or is they just saying,
No, because the thing is supposed to learn. So
Yeah.
basically,
oh, it learns.
oh yeah, it learns. It learns very quickly.
There's a lot of pop culture.
But it's
references.
also, can I just, can we just talk about the fact that like the foreman or whatever, he just turns around and just slaps the shit out of this guy like twice. I'm just like, whoa.
And Seth Foreman just kills himself.
No. The foreman doesn't kill himself.
Oh, not the foreman. The worker that gets slapped kills himself.
He gets the shit slapped out of him, and then he's just like, he turns around, he's like, I don't know how to act. Oh, I know how to act. I'm gonna program an evil doll, and then I'm gonna jump off the building, like homie. So, all right, if you wanted to kill yourself, I get it.
Mhm.
You're living a hard life. You're working in a sweatshop.
Yeah,
let's
you're
be
probably
totally
getting
honest.
paid nothing.
I mean, what was it? Apple
Yeah.
sweatshop.
I mean, it's all of them. It's
Yeah,
all these
where
companies.
people they had to put
Apple, it's fucking
no, but they had to put
Apple.
they had to put nets around it
Yeah.
because people were jumping out trying to kill themselves.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, I imagine that's fucking terrible. Like, I mean, I'm not for people taking themselves out, but at the same time, if it happens, I understand.
Yeah.
And you're not in your right mind. And this guy wasn't in his right mind, but also at the same time, before you go, you're gonna program a child's toy to kill people to possibly just go off.
That's a really interesting goodbye gift to the world.
What?
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't you just be like, yeah, I'm going to program this little toy to be able to tell my story about what's happening out here and what they're doing to us. That would have been far more impactful than it's just like, this toy is going to kill everybody. What?
Yeah, it was interesting. And then he kills himself by jumping out the window. and he crashes on the car similar to the first death in the original Child's Play.
Oh,
I think that was supposed to be like homage, so to speak. So yeah, then we
was that supposed to be an homage, or was it supposed to be an homage when he goes, "What's your name? Your name's gonna be this, Chucky."
Well, that was crazy. Yeah, because that was like clearly
It was nowhere even close.
They had no way of calling him Chucky, so they just said that. They just threw that. I actually laughed because I was like, the screenwriters were just lazy, and they were just like, there's no discernible reason why he'd be called Chucky in this.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna have the computer call himself Chucky.
It's like, Chucky? Did you say Chucky? Yeah, I'm Chucky now.
So
it was so crazy, Brandon.
So we cut to Chicago. This movie takes place again in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
We meet Karen, who's played by Aubrey Plaza from Parks and Rec.
Yeah,
and she's got a 13-year-old son who's hearing impaired,
which really doesn't play that much of
not until the end.
But does it really play that much into the movie?
No, actually, because you think that Chucky would take it over, but it's not the company. So yeah, it didn't really.
Yeah, so it's kind of like why?
Or maybe the kid
he
himself was actually hearing impaired, maybe.
But either way, if they featured it so hard at the beginning, it's like, why is this? It's like, all right, this is a payoff somehow into it, but it doesn't.
No,
you know what I'm saying? So it's just like you didn't have to. It was like, oh, he's just. It was like, oh yeah, he's a little hard of hearing. Whatever. Who cares?
Yeah.
It's like you don't have to make that. It's not a plot device. So what's the point of focusing in on it so hard?
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we meet Karen. She's working at a weird department store, but that kind of is like a pop-in shop. But it looks like it's a bigger chain than that.
A pop-in shop?
It's almost like like a local store, like a local Salvation Army kind of thing. But then it turns out later to be like a Walmart. It had like a very weird, like the way she was dressed and the way that everyone looked. It was like a bootleg Walmart.
Yeah. At first, yes, it looked like a bootleg Walmart, and then it turns out to be fucking the storage house of the hugest fucking store in the world.
It was like all these toys are like, we have the #1, we have the exclusive access to Buddy 2.0 and shit.
You know what? And they really need to stop making Chicago to be fucking.
But that's where the original took place, though.
Yeah, but like in this movie, they made Chicago to seem like it was like the worst place on the face of the earth, the desolate area.
Well, they also made Chicago seem like it's like in the future because they had the fucking self-driving car pick up the one mother, the self-driving Uber car, which that's probably one of the craziest things I've seen in a long time.
Yeah. Yeah.
That poor old woman got so.
And for
Chucky fucked her up,
and
man.
for no good reason, man.
Dude,
she got the most brutal death. She got one of the most brutal. No, Jack Black.
That wasn't even Jack Black.
That's not Jack Black.
That's not Jack Black. That's another actor. I looked him up because I'm like, that's Jack Black, right? It's not Jack Black.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's not Jack Black, bro. It's
you just fucked me up, man.
It's a guy named Trent Redcop. Yeah, he's the one who plays Gabe, the voyeuristic electrician.
That looks like fucking Jack Black.
I know. At first glance, yeah, he gets a brutal death.
Oh yeah, he got it bad.
So here's the thing. So
did they cast that guy because he's just like, everybody's gonna think this is Jack Black? It's gonna be great.
But people don't think Jack Black's in this movie.
That's Jack Black must be pissed.
So
he's like, I didn't lose that much weight.
Karen's,
now people are gonna think I'm taking care of myself.
Damn it, can I do the plot, motherfucker? Are you done?
Oh God, Jack Black has gotten big. Go on.
So Karen is working at the store. She's trying to get settled. Her and Andy, I guess, just moved to this new building, and she wants to get him something nice for his birthday. He doesn't really have any friends, even though he pretends like he has friends. So he just sits outside in the hallway while his mom is fucking this her boyfriend, who turns out to be a married dude. Brian Tyree Henry is in this movie as a detective who goes to visit his mom every now and then, who lives down the hall from Andy. And I wrote down, I was like, yo, nigga, you live with your mom. It's okay. Because he's like, I come here every now and then for dinner. But he's there all the time. I'm like, if I were, it doesn't take a detective to figure out that you probably don't have a home outside your mama's house.
I mean, but then again, spoiler alert, towards the end of the movie, they kind of deposit that he's gonna start fucking Audrey Plaza's character.
Yeah, they do. They kind of like imply that they're gonna hook up.
Yeah,
which is wild.
Yeah.
I mean, in the movie, doesn't the cop and the mom kind of have like a vibe? Yeah, they kind of flirt, right? The detective.
I don't remember.
I will say that Brian Tyree Henry gets fucked up way worse than that white cop in the original.
Oh yeah,
that white cop just got like stabbed here and there, but like Brian Tyree Henry, like you think he's dead?
Yeah,
you definitely think
he
probably was dead.
Him downstairs.
He probably was dead. There's definitely a cut where like Andy figures out a way to save his mom without Brian Tyree Henry, and Brian Tyree Henry, he done. He ain't gonna be around for the sequel.
Yeah, which I mean, they're gonna do it.
I don't know, man. We'll talk about that in a little bit. So here's the thing. So Karen finds a Buddy doll that's being returned because they have a new edition coming out, the Buddy 2.0s or whatever the fuck. And this is an original Buddy that gets returned, and then she blackmails her boss into giving it to her, which is pretty entertaining. So I'm gonna play that too.
Hey, I was just curious. What happens to returns like this?
Oh,
really damaged returns?
Yeah, we send it back to Castland.
And what do they do with it?
Probably toss it, trash compactor. I don't know. New model's coming out. No one's gonna give a rat's ass about this thing in 2 weeks.
So they won't care if it doesn't make it on the truck, right?
I care.
Come on, my kid's birthday's coming up. Can I have it?
You've got a kid.
Yes, I've got a kid. I had a very productive Sweet 16, okay? If you really want to know. Come on. It'll be our little secret. No one has to know. Just like that time you banged Susan in the warehouse. How's your wife, by the way? Can I have it? Give it to me. Oh, and I'm taking it. Okay. There you go, Wes.
Friend of the show, Tyler, tweeted at me. It was like, Aubrey Plaza was looking delicious in this movie. And I was like, I'm not so sure in this movie.
Audrey Plaza, she's just delicious.
I mean, she's attractive, but like, I think the hottest she's ever been was in that stupid movie with Zac Efron and Adam Devine.
But you know what? I think like her allure is the fact is like she just seems like she just doesn't give a fuck about anything.
Yeah,
that's what makes her really hot. And the fact is that she's just like she's not the stereotypical industry girl. Yeah. So
okay, yeah, but yeah, so she gets the Buddy doll. And apparently this Buddy doll like syncs up with all things that are in this Castland Corporation. So it syncs up with all the technology. So if you have a house that has Castland lights and the Castland smart TV,
basically
Buddy can control all that.
Basically, Buddy was made by Google, and it links with your entire Google Home.
Yeah, because when Buddy gets set up by Andy, he uses his phone to download an app and then sync him up. And at first, like the chip is all fucked up, and he's like, it's not working. And then Aubrey Plaza immediately is like, God damn it, this sucks. Like, way to give up, Mom.
Yeah, I know.
But Andy's able to get it to work, and then that's when you got to see when he was like, what's your name? He's like, Chucky? And then it's like,
no, he's like, yeah, will you name me or something? Give me a name. Yeah. And then he says something, and he gives him some random name, and he's like, Chucky? Okay, that's my name. It's Chucky now. Which is, it's like, you could have found a better way to fucking, like, they could have had, like, the corporation had, like, some sort of acronym. I don't know. Yeah. Something better than fucking.
So were they positing that this building is, like, kind of supposed to be, like, a government housing thing?
What do you mean?
Because when Andy has the doll, that's when he starts making friends. Because it's like no one in this building had a Buddy doll.
Oh, you say, like, Andy lives in the projects?
Yeah. Because all the kids are, like, really impressed, and, like, he becomes a popular kid in the building.
No, because there have been far more black kids, black and Hispanic kids.
But remember, this is also Hollywood, so
yes, but they ain't living in the projects in the
PJs.
PJs.
I'm curious to know. Here's the thing. I don't want us to talk about this for a second. I'm curious to know about Hollywood. If this is supposed to, in theory, by the director and the screenwriter's logic, be a project.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're saying, there's not that many black people. There's not enough brown people to represent that. But this place looks pretty clean. Seems a pretty nice building. I want to see the fucking apartment complex they put for the new Candyman remake and see where they put those brown people. Because that shit, if it's anything like the original, it's going to be on some fucking
that little kid fucking Jamal's going to come out of a hole in the Because literally, yes, he the first one, he rolled out of a hole in the wall. He's just like, oh shit, sleeping on bricks is tough. Anyhow, Candyman.
Dude, Candyman's the most fucked up horror film character of all time.
Oh, for so many reasons.
It's like Pennywise times 10. Because it's like, hey, let me take you marginalized, depressed people and let me fuck with you more and cut off your dicks.
But you know what? But you know what though? It's being done by Jordan Peele, correct?
Yes.
So Jordan Peele's not gonna let them fucking just go wild on that shit. But then again, if Jordan Peele may make it a little bit closer to what a project building really looks like. Hey, you ever been in a project building?
Oh yeah, by accident. I took Tati on one of our first dates to the projects.
Why?
It was like because my friend was having a party and I was like, oh, it's uptown, so like we go and it's a Halloween party at that. I'm dressed up like Prince. She has like a little, I think she had like a little cat outfit or something like that. And we're walking from the train station. She's like, where are we going? I'm like, oh, it's according to, the direction, it's a few blocks from here. And the buildings get taller and taller. And she's like, you're taking me to projects? I'm like, what's the projects? I'm not taking you to no projects. And we walk through the quad. And then she's like, this motherfucker took me to projects. I'm like, I didn't take you to the project. And then we go to one of the buildings and it smells like pee and like, it's just graffiti everywhere. She's like,
a nigga pops up from behind a garbage can. Welcome to the PJs, nigga. Yeah, welcome back, Prince.
He's
and
like,
Catwoman.
What's up, Super? Yeah. So.
Oh man. Oh, Tati must have had a field day with that shit.
She was just like, I can't believe you did this to me. And I was like, what's wrong with the project? These apartments are huge.
I mean, they are.
They're ridiculously big.
Yeah. Yeah, you could expect. You ever go to the projects in the Lower East Side?
No.
Lower East Side, man. You got a huge 3-bedroom apartment, $800. That's how much they paying.
I feel like that's how much they should be.
Actually, no. That's they're actually paying about like $400 for that.
Jesus Christ,
that's crazy. Right? Yeah,
that's $100. That's a little over $100 a person. Imagine we had to pay that for our rent.
Yep.
I'll be eating shrimp right now. For no reason. I'd just be eating shrimp and caviar. Stunning on all you niggas.
I'd be eating the tails and throwing out the rest.
All right, let's get back to this movie. So Andy and Chucky become like the best friends. Chucky is just absorbing everything, mimicking everything. He's kind of creepy because he's just popping up and shit. And then Andy uses him to scare his mom's boyfriend. Yeah,
well, so he meets those fucking vagabond white kids who are supposed to be living in the projects.
Yeah.
Who was just like, you guys are out of place.
He's forming his little Harriet the Spy crew.
Yeah.
Well, because they had to make them both white because they knew they involved the little black kid at the end because he's seen everything happen. But earlier in that movie, especially when they see the face on the pumpkin, on the watermelon, he would have been no.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. No black kid was just like, nope, I'm out of here because I'm gonna go down for this shit, and he would have fucking rappelled out the goddamn window and going so fucking fast, you'd never see him again.
That's right. At some point, here's the thing. This movie goes off the rails very fast.
Yes.
Even though Tatiana loved this movie.
I don't know why. I think that Mark Hamill fucking wasted his voice for this movie.
Well, it didn't really, because Mark Hamill does a lot of voices, so it wasn't like you couldn't tell me that was anyone else. Like it was like, yeah, that's Mark Hamill, cool, but it could have been any Joe Schmo.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Because like, and you know what? I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I'm going to say it. I actually think that this being AI and not fucking serial killer whose consciousness got put into this fucking doll, I think it actually took away from the movie.
Well, yeah, because it's very much like it made you sympathetic to Chucky because Chucky essentially learned all this stuff. Well, initially, he it's not his fault he doesn't have controls.
Yeah,
and he initially starts going red in his eyes because the cat scratches Andy.
Yeah.
And he wants to protect Andy at all costs.
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't know him choking the fuck out of the cat at the first scene when he's like showing rage.
It's a bad thing.
It's a bad thing. And then Andy like has a visceral reaction to it and like, puts him away. And so then he's like, but I'm your best friend. Like, why would you put me away, and so he starts building up this rage.
Yeah.
Right, because he's just like, I just want to be your friend, and then he starts getting jealous of other people that are Andy's friend.
Yes.
And then also Andy doesn't do himself any favors by, well, the mom's boyfriend's a dick though, because Chucky's recorded audio of Andy saying that like the boyfriend sucks, and then Chucky is fucking with the boyfriend and keeps playing in a loop, and the boyfriend like confronts Andy in his bedroom, closes the door,
very aggressive,
so the mom can't hear this shit. And it's like, you got a problem with me, you say it to me. It's like, this kid's 13. You're a grown-ass man. If the kid doesn't like you, that's on you to figure out that relationship.
Exactly.
Because that's
you need to make
this
that
kid's
shit
trying
better.
to figure this shit out. He's in a new place. He's in, like, we don't know if they moved to the city. Like, and you're just this dude who's fucking his mom. Like, you got to figure that out.
Yeah, and he's a fucking asshole.
Well, he's also married, too.
Well,
married and with 2 kids, we find out.
Yes,
there.
yes.
And we find that out because Chucky fucking follows him home in the pickup truck. Yeah. And,
which is wild because how does fucking Chucky get there and back?
That's what Tatiana said. She was like, "How the fuck did he get home?"
Yeah, because
and with
Chucky
with a watermelon with a face on it.
Yes, where he stretched
Where
the
did he
face
get the
on
watermelon
it.
from?
No, it was they were growing watermelons outside of his
At
house.
the house?
Yes, he had a
peep
watermelon patch.
So here's the thing: the boyfriend at one point goes home,
Even though aren't watermelons grown in like swamps and shit like that?
it's
I don't know
fucking
if they're-
wild. I don't know if they're growing in swamps because I've never had a watermelon that had some swamp flavor.
No, because like my dad used to say they used to put the fucking watermelons in like the river and shit like that because it actually you submerge in the water the longer you get it, it actually makes it juicier, it tastes better.
That don't sound right.
Actually, it does. We used to
I want some river watermelon.
well like
Be like, what's this watermelon stewed in? Oh, by the bayou out down there.
well, my dad's not from fucking Louisiana, he's from North Carolina.
Okay.
But like even so, like
North Carolina, come on, raise up, take your shirt off, twist around your head,
put the water in a river. I don't know.
Petey Pablo.
No, because like I would even like my dad would take a watermelon, put it in a bucket, and he would just put it in the backyard, and like
You
those
probably
they
like-
always taste fucking amazing.
I'm sure you did, you dark ass family with your watermelon.
Hey man, some of that southern shit fucking works, nigga. I don't care what you say. We know delicious watermelon.
Yeah. So Chucky follows this nigga in the truck because the dude hears like a thud in the truck and just doesn't. It's like this little robot's been fucking with him the whole movie.
Yeah, hold on, Brandon. So he hears the thud in the truck. Are we depositing that Chucky jumped out the window a la Batman into the flatbed truck? What, this guy didn't even pick it up?
I figured that Chucky just like follows. I just figured that Chucky just followed him down the stairs or the elevator. Because remember, Buddy, they established that Chucky can kind of in this body can kind of do his own thing.
Yes, but he can do his own thing.
He
but
learns
can
very
he,
quickly. It's like a baby learn how to walk. He knows how to
but
move.
can he
pretty
move that fast?
fast. I think they established at this point that he's pretty stealthy. He can move around.
Okay, well, if that's
Because
the
remember,
case,
the boyfriend, he keeps fucking with him when they open the fridge door. He would not be there. He's pretty fast at this point.
yes,
Spry and shit.
but I don't know, man. And also, Chuck need to be like plugged in every now and again.
That's what we were saying, but apparently maybe this is one of those ethereal batteries that just keeps going and going and shit. But here's the thing.
Ethereal.
It's eternal. I don't know.
You mean Energizer? Nigga? What are you saying, Brandon?
Stop screaming.
It's been around forever, nigga. Ethereal.
So before Chucky even follows the boyfriend in the truck to do some damage, he's already killed the cat.
Yes. And he's been locked
Because
in a fucking closet.
He got locked in the closet. Andy comes home from school. The glass is broken in the cabinet, which means Chucky's already stepped up a level. He didn't even like stew and like think about the bad things he's done. He wasn't in timeout. It's like if you put a kid in timeout, not only is the kid not in the corner, but there's also a knife missing from the kitchen.
Yeah, yeah.
so then Chucky,
and you just hear sounds in the walls. Like, whoa.
Did you ever see that movie with it was called like The Babysitter or something like that? Or it was with the old girl from Walking Dead, and she's like she's like watching this like porcelain doll that's like this old family's like, this is our kid, but then there's like whispers in the hall, in the walls and shit.
Never heard
and
of this one.
Killer's fucking going through the walls and he's moving around the house like that. Anyways,
I don't want to watch it.
So yeah, Andy finds the cat stabbed up.
Yeah,
the cat's dead. And what does Andy do? He puts it in the box and shoots it down the garbage disposal. This garbage disposal.
Hold on. Andy was shooting everything down the garbage disposal.
Yeah, because at one point he puts the watermelon that's wrapped up in a Christmas wrapping, and he puts that down the garbage disposal. I'm like, this nigga who collects the garbage is going to get locked up. There's no, but I mean, maybe a dead Pat, that happens sometimes, right? They get shot down. But the mom, he doesn't tell the mom. Like, dude, it's not your fault.
Well, and that's the thing is, well,
like,
no, actually, but at the same time, is anybody gonna be like, yo, the dog killed the cat? Been like, Andy, we're gonna have to go to counseling.
Well, that's what they said. Is like, Buddy's supposed to have these restrictions where, because like immediately Chucky's swearing.
Yeah,
he's mimicking things that he's seen on TV, so he's swearing. They're like, your buddy swears, and he's like, yeah, I know, it's weird, right? I would think that like when he syncs up Chucky with his phone, he should be able to reset those settings. Or is that just not part of the infrastructure at all, like internally of Chucky? You know what I mean? Like you should be able to do like an update where it's like,
yeah, but you know what? If this guy programmed it, he programmed it from like the main fucking hub. It's probably fucking. It is what it is now.
Yeah,
yeah. He got him. Gotcha, bitches.
So
your dog's gonna kill somebody.
So yeah, Chucky's just so creepy, man. And then then he follows the dad home, where the dad is putting up Christmas lights, or fixing Christmas lights on a ladder. Chucky moves the fucking moves the ladder. Mm-hmm. Dude falls straight onto his legs, breaks them.
Yep.
And we see that shit.
Yeah, which is wild.
Then he starts the lawnmower. That wasn't really.
Well,
that was more than a lawnmower.
No,
though,
it
right?
was like fuck. It's like it like turns the earth or whatever. I forgot what you call it, but like yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. So but like the blades were out and shit like that, and it's like fucking, yeah, it's wild. But then Chucky, so then like the thing, so he's trying to get to his phone. The thing's coming after him, which is like, I'm pretty sure that's not how that fucking thing works. Then the guy puts his hand out to stop it, which is, I was just like, well, that makes total sense as opposed to just taking this thing to the face.
Yeah.
Then Chucky jumps on his chest and is just like, I'm about to kill you. So he's just like, oh no, I guess I'm going to take getting eaten by this fucking machine. Take it to the head instead of fucking getting stabbed by this doll, which I can clearly just slap off of me, and the thing rips off the top of his head.
It scalps him.
Yeah, it scalps him, and then Chucky cuts off his fucking face and puts it over.
And takes his teeth.
Yeah, and his eyeballs too.
Yeah. So it takes all this. I'm gonna play the scene where Andy discovers this the next morning, but here's the thing, guys. Brian Tyler Henry, he's a detective, gets called to the scene of this. Later on, gets called to the scene. Well, mind you, this is a dude he's seen in his mom's building several times. Mm-hmm. Gets called to a scene outside of his mom's building where the technician super dude's been killed. And we'll talk about that scene later. Then later, he gets called because the old lady we were talking about earlier in this episode, folks, is his mom, who also gets murdered. Mm-hmm. He's at all these scenes. And now once there's someone like, nigga, you doing this? Like, what's going on?
This seems very personal to you.
So this is Andy finding his mom's boyfriend's face in a watermelon.
You beckoned?
What's the problemo?
Where's the rest of him? Why?
I don't know. There's a bow on its head. Shit. We saw the signs and we did nothing. This is all our fault. We saw the signs.
Stop saying that. What do I do? Do I call the cops?
No.
He's dead. I can tell them the truth.
Tell them the truth. Sure. We tell them that a dead guy's face skin ended up in your room because your toy went full-blown psycho killer. Let's see how that goes.
Oh, it's waking up.
So it's like a buddy comedy with a psycho robot that's just over here slicing up people. And Buddy, the next morning, he has like dirty and bloody clothes on.
And you know what's really funny? Chucky is sitting in the closet with his knife like he's a Vietnam vet. He's just like, I had to skin his face. I didn't want to, but I had to because Sergeant told me I had to clear the Viet Cong. I got caught 3 clicks from base camp.
So what's crazy is that Chucky has done all this, and Andy wraps up the face in a fucking Christmas wrapping, pretends like he's taking it to Brian Tyree Henry's mom as a thank you for helping him with homework. For some reason, the mom goes along with the fake lie in front of Aubrey Plaza.
Yeah.
And just puts it on her like fireplace.
And she's like, oh, this is a gift for me later. It's just like, I'd have been like, yo, this little white kid gave me some fucking shit. I'd have been like, next time I'm sitting like, hey,
he gave her
what's
a
this shit you
watermelon.
gave me in the house?
He says he gave her, it's a watermelon.
No, he didn't tell her it was a watermelon.
Oh, but still, that's like some racist shit.
Yeah, a
White
watermelon
like,
with a white man's face on it.
Yeah, just here you go, little lady.
And it's not even like a kind that they carved it up. And also, I mean, we don't Chucky's, stabbed, probably put to get that face on there. He probably had to use like fucking sticks or some shit like that. So the watermelon is compromised on top of that. So like, it's not even any good.
Yeah, the juices. That's gonna be a different flavor.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want none of that. You don't want none of that. Stop shaking the table. My water gonna fall. You just.
This is fucking crazy, Brandon. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
But also of all places, why is he gonna take it to the fucking cop's house, the cop's mom's house up the hall? That's like the dumbest idea.
That's the only thing you could think of.
Dude, I would have said it's actually for one of my friends.
Chucky's in the closet.
You left me all alone.
Look at him. What is it? Look,
I don't like the closet.
I know, Chucky. Drop the knife.
You're my best buddy. I just want you to be happy.
I know, buddy. And we're gonna go play now, but you've gotta drop the knife, okay?
I trust you now.
Let's go play.
And then they jump Chucky so they can turn off his battery. And then they dump him into the trash, right?
And of course, just down the trash chute.
Down the trash chute. But then the fucking dude downstairs is like...
Fucking Jack Black.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna get
fake Jack Black.
He's like, got me one of these buddies. Then I guess some days go by because he orders stuff on Amazon. He orders a new Chucky outfit, a new battery and shit.
Yeah.
And sets up Chucky again.
Yeah.
But little does he know, Chucky gonna be mad when he sees that he's got all these cameras because he's posted cameras in all these apartments.
Yo, and why does it look like he put fucking Iron Man's fucking energy cell into him, Chucky?
Well, that's Chucky's battery because remember they're taking it out after they jump him. It looks like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this movie is wild.
This is fucking cuckoo bananas. All right, hold on. So let's also talk about the fact that fucking, fake Jack Black, he's a creep. He has cameras in fucking
all the apartments.
Yeah, all the apartments. He has one of Audrey Plaza. Yeah, Audrey Plaza. He's trying to watch her and take a shower, which I get it. But he also has a camera in the old black lady's apartment.
Yep.
Yo, what is going on with you, nigga?
Dude, he gets off on everybody, man.
Yo, that is cuckoo bananas. Like, yo, why are you watching her eat? He's just watching her eat. Yeah. It's in her fucking living room. Yeah. In the dining room. What's going on with you, man? He got a food fetish? He's just like, oh, I gotta check out them mac and cheese.
All
them
this
yams.
All this is happening, by the way, while Audrey Plaza's just been told that her boyfriend, who was also married, was murdered brutally.
Yep.
Like, imagine like you had an affair. You find out 1 that your boyfriend's dead, 2 that he was married, 3 that they found his body with no eyes, no teeth, and no face.
Yeah. Yep. That's the trifecta.
That's Medusa's triangle.
Okay. You know, it's funny because I literally wrote in my notes, Jack Black lost some weight. Good for him. It's not Jack Black. Who knew? Oh, God.
Oh, he gets got though.
But yeah,
Because once Chucky gets up and running really fast.
Oh, yeah,
and
he
is
does.
immediately back to murdering.
yeah, well, it's funny. It's just like, so this dude, like, you know, did all this shit to him, stuff like that. It's like he didn't, like, mess with any of the programming for this fucking killer doll.
Nope.
And the Chucky's just like, oh, yeah, you's gots to die.
Yeah, and then Chucky controls everything in that basement because apparently this company owns all the electronics.
Well, that's the thing. It's like when that dude was working on him, he fixed that. He fixed it.
Yeah.
So he's more powerful now.
Yeah, he's super Chucky.
He got some of the ooze on him, so now he's super Chucky.
Yeah, so he fucks with this fat dude to the point where he gets him. At one point, he gets him hanging over a chainsaw, not a chainsaw, buzzsaw.
Yeah, buzzsaw.
Buzzsaw. He's holding onto the pipes while the buzzsaw is going off, and then Chucky raises the temperature on the pipes
To like 200 degrees.
to where they're scalding hot to the point where like they burn the fuck out of his hands, and he falls, and it slices off his leg.
Oh no! This slice off his leg.
I kind of closed my eyes during this scene.
No, Brandon. He fell on it and like fucking dick first, and it just cut right through him.
I was so worried that was what was going to happen. The way he was hanging, I was like, dude, they're going to cut off his fucking... They could cut him in half. Imagine just being your pernarium, the gut, the thing that's right between your taint and your balls and your asshole. Imagine that just being sliced open.
Oh, God.
And you getting split up like a fucking turkey on Thanksgiving.
But again...
Or like a pig.
But again, Brandon, you would have thought, you know, it just keeps on going back to, it's like, of all... Andy stole... Andy stole the head from old black lady's house.
Yes, after being invited... Because Brian Tyree Henry at the beginning of the movie offers to invite him to dinner because he doesn't have any friends. And then later he takes Brian Tyree Henry on that, but just because he's trying to get back that thing that the mom never opened, which was creepy. Because you would think that smelled after like 4 hours.
Yeah.
No matter how much is wrapped, you'd be like, something smells kind of foul.
Something smells like fucking skin.
Oh, I will say though, sometimes you don't know where the smell's coming from though. That happened to us in this apartment when I.
Wait, what? What happened to you? A white kid gave y'all a fucking
what
face?
What happened was.
Watermelon?
So you were at this party. So I tend to have the Halloween parties, and one party, the next morning I found my toaster in the cupboard, and Dylan was like, "Did you find something toasty this morning?" And it was like Dylan did it.
Yeah.
Over the next few days, my kitchen started smelling really weird. I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Dylan, did you do something in my kitchen?" He was like, No. What are you talking about?" And then like 2 weeks pass, and my kitchen smells atrocious. Like something's like going bad. And I'm like, "What the fuck did Dylan do?" And I'm looking everywhere. I'm like, "Yo, what did you do?" And he's like, "Nothing. I swear to God." Then I find out, I just in passing, I had taken out some chicken to thaw, and I guess I got distracted and I put it on top of the fridge, and it just stayed there for I would think about 3 weeks, and it just smelled awful. But I thought it was Dylan playing a prank on me the whole time.
Oh my God, Brandon!
It almost ruined our friendship.
You know what, Brandon? I'm gonna tell you, I'm appalled for not only the fact is that that's disgusting, and there was open chicken just hanging out. You know,
it
on
wasn't
your fridge.
open. It was just
for fridge. But just the fact is that you wasted good chicken that way, man. Chickens, that's the nectar of the gods. What are you doing?
The biggest issue is that it was on top of the fridge, and fridges get warm sometimes.
Yes.
So the chicken was like cooking over time.
Ugh.
Yeah, it was pretty gnarly.
No, it wasn't cooking. It was rotting.
Yeah,
it was rotting meat. There's nothing worse than that.
Yeah, it's like my soul.
Ugh. That's rope. That's bad. I could smell it.
What are we talking about? We're talking about Andy and Chucky and shit?
Yeah, man. Yeah. All right.
I mean, Chucky starts wrecking shop, bro.
Okay. Well,
Chucky goes nuts.
Let's.
Why did he kill the old lady?
Because she said, "Oh, Andy, you're my best friend now," because he was helping her with her phone with that apps for that driverless car.
So Chucky legit just killed her because she was just like being friendly to the little nigga.
Yes. Because
Chucky doesn't just kill her. She gets picked up in a fucking self-driving car, and she thinks she's fancy. She's going to bingo night or something like that.
Yes, she's
right?
going to bingo.
And
She gets outside. She gets outside the bingo. All of a sudden, the car just backs up.
well, she's outside the bingo venue after like getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the car backs up.
Starts driving around the parking lot, crashing into shit and all sorts of shit. You know, Chucky disabled because he can control it because it's from this company.
And he's standing in the middle of the street like he's fucking Brightbird.
With his fucking finger glowing. Again, how the fuck did he get there? And his fucking fingers glowing.
Self-driving car. He's just taking that shit around.
Maybe that was the key this entire time. Yeah. Then fucking she's in the car. Chucky's somehow in the car as well, and he stabs her up. Okay, here's my thing, Brandon. Nobody came to help her.
No.
There were people outside of the bingo hall, and she said, "Oh, they're like, I see you, oh girl, whatever."
She immediately reverses out, and she's like, "Ah!"
Yeah, she's screaming. Nobody came to help her, Brandon. Nobody's just like, "Oh, Miss Johnson's dead, y'all. Anyhow, let's go see if my number comes up." Like, what the fuck? But then again, at the same time, this is Chicago. Snitches get stitches. That's crazy, though.
Yep. Oh, yeah. I mean, Chucky went nuts. And then Brian Tyree Henry sees his mom with a knife in her chest. He's like, no! And then he goes crazy because he's essentially like, it has to be Andy.
Yeah.
Yo, when he arrests Andy in that mall, the store where
he slams him to the ground. Yeah. He's like,
doesn't
like,
even read him his
that's
rights.
my son. It's like, I don't give a fuck whose son this is.
He killed my mama. He killed the super. He killed this random nigga. Took his teeth.
I mean, dude. At the same time, he wasn't going to the jailhouse.
No. Paperboy was going to take him to the docks and beat him to death.
Oh yeah, he was going to beat him to death with a bag of nickels, with a sock full of fucking nickels. It was over for that little white boy. It was over. He was going to lose his badge off the beating that he was going to give that young boy. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, if I was a police officer and somebody killed my mama and I caught that motherfucker, you are not going through the judicial system. Judge and jury, right here, motherfucker. Welcome to Knuckle Town. I'm going to beat you to death. That's all it's about, man. That's all it's about. But now, okay.
Did we talk about we talked about the beef with the black kid?
Yeah, I was about to say we gotta get to the beef with the black kid.
And how Chucky was fucking with him.
Yeah.
Because essentially, Chucky delivers himself to that black kid, right?
Yeah. Why is he delivering himself to a black kid? I don't understand why.
Yeah, because it's clearly the only reason why they don't think it's the same Chucky is because this dude has a different outfit on.
Yeah.
This buddy has a cleaner outfit on.
Yeah.
And
but it's the same outfit.
But he somehow fixes himself. Because remember the first time he's a bit clunky. And the new kid, he's like, yeah, my buddy's better than yours because he doesn't have any issues.
No, because the fucking the super repaired him.
Ah,
remember now he's Super Chucky.
He's got the super battery,
and all his shit works again, and all that stuff like that.
Got it. Yeah. So Omar is the name of this kid. Omar goes with Chucky.
Omar's coming.
Omar goes with Chucky to the store, right? That Aubrey Plaza works at, and then Chucky starts legit taunting Andy.
Yes.
So, I'm your best friend. Don't you forget it. And Andy's like, I don't like this. He's like, I knew you were the Chucky.
He's like, nigga, if I can't be friends with you, ain't nobody gonna be friends with you. I'm just like, whoa.
Yeah, because Andy's like because Andy's initially like, that's my Chucky. And then Omar's like, no, he's not. Stop being a buster. And then
pretty sure he didn't say that. This is 2019.
It was similar. At one point, Chucky kills somebody and says, this is for Tupac. What are we talking about?
No, well, they have Chucky stabbing up a fucking something. They wanted to say this is for Tupac, and they wanted to video it. But Chucky wouldn't do it for some reason. But then he stabs the
electrician, right?
No, the boyfriend up, and he says this is for Tupac. That line was out of control. Out of control. It was unnecessary. It was fucking unnecessary. This is for Tupac.
Keep talking.
So all right. So he gets into a fight with the black kid because the black kid, he's just like, yo, that's fucking Chucky. And then,
Chucky with his blue eyes, by the way, is creepy as fuck. And somebody when he's like hanging out in the dark corner watching Andy sleep,
and you see
so
these blue
unsettling.
eyes or red eyes. It doesn't matter.
So unsettling.
I don't give it a fucking AI or not. That shit is out of control. Oh God! So they get into a fight because he's like, "Yo, that's Chucky. That's my
'cause
Chucky." He's
Chucky
just like,
just
"No,
popped-
it's not. What is his name?
Chucky-
What is his name? Like Caesar, some bullshit
Omar.
like that."
I've said his name like 5 times.
Wait, for some reason I was thinking the black kid's name was Omar.
It is Omar.
No, but he named Chucky something.
Something else? Oh.
Yeah.
Well, this is after Chucky takes over the TVs and fucking shows pictures of the body all fucked up. Of the faceless dude.
Yeah,
With a watermelon and shit.
Oh, no, because they were watching. So Chucky got that because he was watching. They was watching a horror movie with them. Remember, he almost went and stabbed the fucking fat kid.
Yeah.
Which is just crazy.
Yeah, I mean, Chucky was already giving like a lot of red flags to Andy. All Andy had to do was talk to his mama. They could have gotten this solved very quickly.
Yeah, pretty much.
Andy has blood on his hands, and by the time we get to the ending, he has a lot of blood on his hands.
Yeah, there's a lot more than just blood. He has a lot of shit on his hands. Hold on. I can't remember because the black kid named him something weird.
It's tickle time. Nobody hurts my best buddy. This is for Tupac.
Again, Mark Hamill wasted his voice in this
One of
fucking
the
movie.
wildest things. But we got okay. So Omar and Andy get in a fight.
They get into a fight,
And then,
because Omar's just like, "That's this is mine,"
Yeah.
and then they have a fight.
Old fat boy tries to break it up, and then Andy punches him. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like crazy. It's like, why are all these kids in the TV section?
Yeah, true.
Like you know what I mean? It's not like a big store.
Yeah,
Like that aisle was very small. I'm surprised they fit a camera in there.
there's a lot of things wrong with this fucking.
Like it was like a TJ Maxx. That's what it was.
No. This is more like a fucking super fucking Kmart or whatever.
It in the ending, it seems like it's at that scale.
Yes,
but
yes,
in all
yes,
the
yes.
earlier scenes, it comes off small like a fucking TJ Maxx.
No, this is like a Marshalls.
yeah. It definitely had the Marshalls feel.
It's like a Marshalls. They
If
had
you
a
ever been
blue-
on Marshalls on a Saturday afternoon, it's like fucking purgatory.
Yeah, it really.
I don't
is.
know what's worse, Marshalls on a Saturday afternoon or Trader Joe's on a Monday night with all those evil white women.
Oh God, in that fucking line.
Yeah, fucking.
Ugh.
It
All I
makes, you,
want-
it makes me want to fight Kung Fu Fight the cast of Big Little Lies whenever you're at Trader Joe's.
All right, so then basically Andy somehow gets Omar's phone
Yes.
because during the fight
During the
he
fight, he
dropped
steals
it.
it, yeah.
He dropped his phone, so he kept it because he wants to try to be able to track Chucky, so he can fucking get rid of this fucking thing. That's when he sees fucking Mama Cop get killed. So he gives. So at some point he gives back the phone. Well, his mom.
Well, his mom gets back the phone after. His mom gets back the phone, but then Chucky's in the apartment fucking with him,
Yes.
and that's when Andy starts breaking all the shit in the apartment.
Yeah.
And the mom comes home like, "Oh my God, you're like, you're having a mental breakdown." So her resolution is, "Let me take you to work with me now."
Yeah. I need to watch you now.
It's like, no, woman, he needs counseling clearly.
Yeah. I think you're gonna have to take off at the Piggly Wiggly to take care of your son. I'm sorry to tell you this.
Piggly Wiggly. Where do you work at? Imagine like your high school reunion. So Justin, what are you up to these days?
I'm a manager at the Piggly Wiggly, baby. The what? The Piggly Wiggly. Man, I moved down south, got a job at the Piggly Wiggly. I'm set for life.
I want to know if that's a strip club or like a convenience store.
You know it's an actual place, right?
The Piggly Wiggly?
Yes.
It's a strip club?
No. It's like a store. It's hold on. It's like a convenience store.
Oh, Jesus
Hold on.
Christ.
Piggly Wiggly locations. Here it is. More than 600 independently owned Piggly Wiggly stores operate in 17 states, primarily smaller cities and towns. Actually, Piggly Wiggly is in Chicago too, so she could be working at the Piggly Wiggly.
Okay.
It's a supermarket chain.
Yeah. All right. So, Chucky's fucking with Andy, and he follows Andy to the store when he's with his mom. And then this is the launch of the new Buddy, which is not just the Buddy doll.
Buddy too. So you have Buddy in all different ethnicities. One's a fucking bobcat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which looks crazy. Why would you have that?
And so then Chucky, because he controls the technology, takes over all these buddies, but not before there's a mascot backstage that's putting on a big Buddy outfit. Oh, it's the owner. It's the manager from the beginning who got blackmailed. Chucky stabs him in the neck after he has the mask on. He's about to go and celebrate Buddy too. This actually made me laugh really hard. He comes out.
This is like, poor guy. He's blackmailed and then he catches it in the neck.
He gets stabbed in the neck, stumbles out into the crowd. The crowd's like, oh, it's Buddy. It's Buddy. There's a little girl in the front row. And then he takes off his hat. And he just starts bleeding everywhere.
It just squirts blood all over her.
Oh, it was hilarious.
And then fucking lights go out.
Yep.
Lights go out immediately.
Yes.
And then fucking on the TV screen, fucking Chucky shows up kind of in the darkness with a fucking knife. He's just like, it's time for me to play. I'm like, uh-oh. Fucking drones
with
come
razors.
with razor blades as their fucking propeller. Chucky's been doing some work behind the scenes here. Then they go.
He pretty much put together all the stuff like Kevin McAllister in the fucking Home Alone movie. They should just play out a montage of him doing that. With it playing that song.
I mean, that would have been hilarious. Then the fucking thing goes and then cuts the poor manager right in his fucking chest.
Yes.
Which is crazy. Like, that guy's been through enough.
Yeah, he's done now.
I mean, like, yes, he was
downstairs.
cheating on his wife and fucking one of his coworkers or his underlings, in the stock room. Well, I mean, he was the manager, so he'd probably go work for him. But like,
they call them direct reports.
Direct reports?
Oh, God damn it!
I don't know, underlings. But like, did he deserve to die in such a gruesome manner? Not once, but twice.
Yeah,
because he got it.
Yeah, he did. And the paperboy gets stabbed up.
Yeah. He also catches him. Well, he saves Andy's mom
at the end.
No.
Yeah. He jumps on her and then he gets stabbed later. And then Chucky somehow during this whole confusion with the other buddies fucking attacking him and the friends and stuff, he kidnaps the mom, takes her back into the factory, and is about to hang her.
Yes.
But then somehow Andy is able to stop him, but not before Chucky finally gets the upper hand on him, and that's when Paperboy comes and shoots him.
All right, hold on. Now, before all this happens, craziness going on, so the dolls are attacking everybody, stuff like that. Now I get that Chucky can control everything, but all these other dolls have safety protocols. They want to do this. Yeah,
it was weird. It was weird because then because that's the question I have for the ending.
Yeah.
So Chucky, long story short, Chucky. I'm trying to remember what. Okay. They destroyed Chucky, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's posited at the end that there's still another bad Chucky. There's a bad buddy, right?
Well, yeah, in a sense, is like
was that Chucky, and he just had gotten another buddy to look like him to essentially do the thing at the end. So Chucky's still alive because that's what I got from that. I got that he controlled another buddy to pretend to be him, which makes sense.
Yeah, well, I mean, controlled another buddy to be him, or that Chucky can just pass his consciousness to the next one.
Yeah.
Who the fuck knows?
Maybe because that's a homage to the original.
Yeah, but that's not good enough to hold this movie up.
Yeah.
I mean,
but it does leave it open for a sequel. And,
Indeed.
And Paperboy is about to get down with Aubrey Plaza. They're going to have a little mixed Spanish Black Baby, and it's going to be a sequel.
Which is, hold on, crazy, because when did that store become twice as big and also a barren wasteland?
That's what I said. It's like the setting of the continuity between the store didn't make any sense throughout the movie.
No, because it went from Piggly Wiggly to Super
to
Kmart.
Walmart, yeah.
To Super Kmart to fucking to a bear to fucking I don't know, a whatever store during the era of Mad Max. Yeah. It was crazy. Towards the end when Audrey Plaza was all
up. When they were like shutting down like the freaking steel doors and shit.
What the fuck happened there?
It got crazy.
Really fast.
Yeah.
Anyhow, Brandon, let's rate this fucking movie.
All right, let's do it, baby.
All right, we rate movies in bags of popcorn, small, medium, large, and the XL for the exceptional.
Yep.
Now, Brandon, we can also throw it into the dog shit pile if we don't like it. Sir, we watched Child's Play starring Mark Hamill, Audrey Plaza. I want to call this nigga Paperboy.
Brian Tyree Henry.
I know. What say you, sir?
I'm going to give it a small. Because it's short. It's an hour and a half. It is entertaining. It's stupid and it's absolutely insane, but it is entertaining. And Chucky is pretty fucking crazy, and it kept my attention. And you're just staring at me like
no,
you're upset. No, I'm giving it a small.
Okay. All right, fair.
Like it could have been a lot worse.
Okay,
it could have been a lot better.
You are correct.
It could have definitely been way, way, way worse.
Okay, so
I remember it also has it has some crazy deaths. It has some really fucked up deaths, and Chucky when he's just like in the closet like sad with the knife. That was
Vietnam vet.
You don't see many scenes like that where you laugh and you're also like this is fucking weird at the same time. What's your rating?
So I watched this on an airplane recently.
Oh, you fancy, huh?
Yeah. Watched on the airplane. I was not entertained. This is getting the pile of dog shit for me.
Were you in coach?
Huh? It doesn't matter where the fuck I was. Yes, I was in coach.
Because if you were in coach, that might have like impacted your ability to have fun.
No. This just wasn't a good movie for me. I mean, I think it really took. I actually liked the fact. Well, I didn't think I'd like the fact, but I liked the fact of the consciousness of a serial killer, as opposed to as crazy as that is, Brandon. The AI for me, it just didn't land. I thought that was even worse than that. I would have rather that than this, or they could have somehow made that.
Or is it
work.
because this is too close to home? Because of all the smart technology and stuff now, you can actually plausibly see this happening in about 10 years.
But you know what? We've had other movies about AI going crazy that's done it so much better than this. So This is just a remake. This is a rehash on another idea that is just like it's not that great. That's why like I can't. It's like if they took this idea and made it better, and it's like yeah okay, but like they didn't. So like what's the point? That's just my take. Yeah. So guys, that's it.
Tati's bombing this episode. I told you she liked it.
Tati's out of her goddamn mind. She's been hanging around with your black ass way too long.
What? What does that mean?
She's out of her goddamn mind just like you, nigga.
All right. Well, folks, you guys can follow me at American Cons, AmericanCons.com. You can follow the show at Medium P Podcast on Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. And you can sign up for Patreon at patreon.com/MediaPopcorn because it supports the show and all of our endeavors.
And you can follow me at J Brown on Twitter and Instagram. That's right.
You disrespected my wife. You don't do. I'm turning down your mic, nigga. You can also get swag at tpublic.com/MediaPopcorn. You can get all that good stuff. And when I say support Patreon, I mean support me because let's be real, we're gonna cut Justin out at some point because this is getting out of control. The way that his disrespect is just too much.
What you want to do? You want to fight, nigga?
It's too much.
That's your warning. So if you get pissed, it's all your fault.